Um, so I had my little rant moment, you guys, and I'm fine. Not really, but I have a busy day today. I've got to get my workout in this morning. And, I guess I just wanted to say to you that people annoy me, but you know what? Number one, like I've told you, am I going to let this cloud and toxify my day? Hells no, I'm not. I'm not going to allow people that are stupid and trivial and annoying to, I've already done it enough. Look, I'm an example right now, probably what I would tell you not to do. You have to just kind of brush those kind of people off, but at the same time, it was worth it enough for me to share. Don't be that way. Don't be a hater. Don't be jealous. Don't be envious. Don't be, try to just grow up and accept people, the people that are in your life, whether it's friends or family or a loved one or whatever. We're all different. Appreciate people for the unique person that they are, and try to be that person that's going to see the good in everybody. Like I told you, it so impacted me when I read this one book when I was going through my divorce. And they said, instead of going through the day and maybe you're walking into a store and someone doesn't hold the door open for you, or they cut in front of you in line, or, in traffic or whatever, try to, instead of looking at what they did and realize, getting angry, and try to put yourself, not necessarily put yourself in their shoes, but realize that you don't know why they're acting that way. First of all, maybe they're not consciously acting that way, but maybe they're going through something that you have no idea what they're going through. Maybe they, their father's dying. Maybe their spouse left them. Maybe they have a child in the hospital. You have no idea what's going on inside of somebody. And that doesn't justify if they're acting out or, not fully focused, and so they're not, doing everything the way that they should be. But does that give you an excuse? No. What you should do is maybe you can be that one person. Maybe you can be that one person that's going to reach out and, help them bring their bags to their car, or open the door for them, or, give them the change that they need at the checkout counter, whatever. What's it going to hurt you? And let me tell you, when you reach out to somebody that way, whether it's someone close to you, whether it's somebody you don't know, do you think you're really going to feel bad about that? No, I guarantee you're going to feel better. I do. I love walking through the day and smiling at people and holding the door open for people and doing things they don't expect. Because you know what? That's probably going to impact their day more than I can imagine. For them to say, it was an older couple in the parking lot the other day, and I helped them get their stuff in their car, and I just know I could tell they were looking at me, probably in my big baggy Victoria's Secret sweats, and going, who's this punk or whatever. But, I helped them, and they went home, and maybe they started to think about people differently. I don't know what their attitudes were, but, I wanted to help, and I did, and that made me feel better. So, with people that you don't know and people in general, try to be encouraging. Try to ignore it if somebody, is obnoxious. Give them the benefit of the doubt. Of course, I'm just listening to myself say this, going, Kelly, you should be doing that with these people that are pissing you off. Yes, I should be. So, lesson learned. But sometimes it just, like I said, it really takes a lot. Where I just sometimes, I have a boiling point too, where I get really annoyed, but you know what, I don't let it last long. And the other thing too, that I'm going to say to you is, in your relationships, whether it's, your marriage or, a boss relationship or a personal relationship or a family member, seriously, you've got to take a step back and stop arguing about stupid stuff that doesn't matter. If it's in your marriage, if it's in your family, if it's in a friendship, because think about that person and think about if that person died the next day, because none of us are guaranteed the next day. And sometimes it upsets me that people take that for granted, that you don't realize that none of us are promised the next day, and nothing is that important. God, I've never cried on a vlog before, but if you've got somebody that you're arguing with, give it up. It's, at the end of the day, nothing is that important that you shouldn't just let it go and stop being so proud and stop trying to be right. And I just see so many people that are arguing, and everyone's like, well, I'm waiting for him to take the first step. I've done this or whatever. Who gives a crap? You know, what's more important, that person? I say this all the time whenever I'm talking to somebody. I say, you know, think about, I'm sorry, I never plan on crying. Think about the people on September 11th. You know, I'm sure that a ton of those people, whether it was a son or a daughter or, you know, a boyfriend or a girlfriend or a husband or a wife, there's plenty of people where they went to work that day and they argued, or someone slammed the door, or they hadn't, you know, been talking the night before. And don't you think they'd give anything? And it doesn't have to be September 11th. I'm just saying, there were so many stories. You don't know when something like that's going to happen again. So, you know, don't take life for granted. Don't take people for granted. Because at the end of the day, you know, do you think you're going to sit on your deathbed and say, I'm really glad that I ruined that relationship because you know what? He did this or she said this. What is so bad that you can't fix it and cherish that person that's in your life? I cannot understand that for the life of me. I cannot understand it. You know what? My husband went off the deep end and I did everything I could to be there, to take the high road, to not yell back, to not try to get revenge. And you know what? I don't regret it. And I did everything I could, and it still didn't work. And I'll probably never talk to him again. But I did the right thing, and I don't regret it. I mean, there's so many people, and I'm blown away. What's more important? A person or sitting in your house with your arms folded and being right? I mean, my friend, you know, her mom wasn't, I think, if I'm remembering correctly, her mom got mad at her grandmother, and they didn't talk for 11 years. And her mom died. And then her mom, the daughter, you know, is all freaking out when her mom died. I wish I would have done this. Well, why'd you wait? Did you think that somebody wasn't going to die and that you weren't going to say something? I mean, that's just crazy. Get over yourself, humble yourself, and say, you know what, I want you in my life. I want to have a relationship with you. Instead of, you know, sitting in your house like this. Well, whatever. Okay, fine, then sit in your house. Sit in your couch and watch TV all day and be right. And if that's what you want to do with your life, then that's pretty sad. Because you know what you're missing out on? I mean, the people that I know and the people that I've met, that's what rewards me and that's what makes me happy. Because, I mean, when I think of each individual person and how different they are, and, you know, Miranda and Linda and Cynthia and Jessica, I mean, I could just go on and on and on. And, I mean, Sherry has been my best friend for 10 years. How long have we been best friends? And, I mean, we've never been in the same room together, but she is so important to me, and she's so different from, I mean, everybody's so different, and I appreciate and I love these people, and these people that I've met this year and late last year, that everybody has their own different thing. Why don't you just embrace that? There is nothing that is more important than relationships with people and loving and caring about the people that are around you. And I'm just, you know, that's my blurb for today. I haven't talked about anything fitness related, but I'll do that later. I just wanted to share that with you guys and think about what's important. Think about what's important. People are important, and loving one another and caring about other people and being a good contagious influence on other people, that's what you should be focusing on. Not on being bitter and angry and jealous and vindictive and revengeful. I mean, where's that going to get you at the end of the day? Do the right thing and get over yourself. Get over being right. You know what? I'm wrong probably 1,500 times a day. I'm always wrong, but you know what? At least I'm willing to make changes, and at least I'm willing to get better. And I do get better, and we should all focus on that. Not only just we're working on our bodies, but if you work on your bodies and you don't work on the inside, it doesn't matter. Because there's nothing worse than somebody who is really fit and really beautiful, and then they're shallow and empty on the inside. So work on your inside just as much as you're working on your outside, and get out of your comfort zone and reach out to someone that you don't want to reach out to, or that you think you don't want to reach out to, because at the end of the day, there's nothing more important. You know, and that's it. So you guys have an awesome day. I'm sorry that I cried. I really don't normally cry, but anyway, you guys have a great day, and I will talk to you later. Okay? Love you.